Well, hello there, Cancer. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Marcy, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to be doing your tarot for the next 3 months. We'll take a look at the energies for January, February, and March, each separately, to see, how the energies are looking. Also, any obstacles that might be on your path, or any advice that Spirit may have for you. So we're going to start first with taking a look at the overall energies. Let's see what we have there for you. Skunk Spirit, know your worth, lovely energy, and rainbow blessings. Oh my goodness, blessings are showering your life. Yeah, there's a sense that when you really step into this energy of knowing your worth, of knowing that you are worthy of these blessings, it's like they begin showering upon you. Really, a sense of, this is the number 54. They're kind of really drawing that to me. I feel like over the next 4 to 5 weeks, you are going to kind of, okay, so there's this energy where you're going to really kind of, how the skunk has that scent that it can put off and as a protective nature. So they're kind of bringing that up, that you could have, up to this point, over maybe, the holiday season or the last couple of months or so, just kind of like put off this kind of energy, or this sense about you that was kind of, protecting. You were doing it in order to protect your own heart. Just like the skunk does, puts out that scent to protect themselves physically. I feel like you were doing this to protect your own heart. But there's a sense, you see how the skunk is on the flower there? There's a sense of coming into this time of understanding, no, I really do want people in my life. An energy of stepping into, how can I attract people with a beautiful scent instead of putting them off with an unpleasant scent. And it's not a scent that you're putting off, it's that energy. It's kind of like, I feel like you were kind of a little bit closed off, and now you're really, yes, look, expansiveness is on the bottom. You're expanding. There's this sense of, okay, I closed myself off, I put up this barrier, this wall, in order to protect myself for some time. And sometimes we do that, right? Just because we need to kind of protect ourselves, kind of a little bit of that hermit energy. Look at this, great achievement, the spiritual temple, right? I mean, this has been on your path, whatever this is, coming into this understanding of, I had to go within. I had to kind of almost like, find my own wisdom because the hermit understands that he has the wisdom within him, that sense of the magician. You have all the tools. It's kind of like, okay, I had to go within to see how to use those tools, right, in order to move forward on my path. Really lovely energy. Yeah, you are taking a look at this. You have the Knight of Wands, and then the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. Really dropping some burden. It could be a burden based on family, or it could be that you're no longer seeing your family as a burden. Really. Yeah, Cancer, that's why I feel like maybe it's been over the last 4 or 5 weeks. Here in the United States, we had Thanksgiving, and then, we go through the holiday season. And now I feel like you're just kind of like, okay, wait a minute. I'm ready to reconnect with people. Maybe you just got too much of people, during the holiday season. You were trying to protect yourself, give yourself your own space. And now you're kind of like, okay, wait a minute. I'm ready to open up. I'm ready to expand my heart again. And when you do, these blessings are pouring in for you. Yeah. And then look at this. You have the Ace of Cups. I get a sense that you are offering your cup of love out into the world, just kind of like stepping into this energy of really showing your love and light, shining brightly. And because of that, you're more playful. You see the dolphin in the background there, almost like more playful. You're coming out of your shell. It's this energy of, yeah, I'm ready, ready to be a mermaid. I'm ready to, get out there and be magical. Think about that. Mermaids are kind of magical, right? You're ready to step back into your magic after a time of, we have the Nine of Swords. After a time of perhaps just being in this energy of anxiety, sleepless nights, not sure what is going to happen next. Okay, so let's look at January. This is beautiful. Okay, so you have energetic clearing. And it says, during crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Yeah. So there's this sense that you have gone through a period, it could have even been a dark night of the soul, where you are clearing out your energies, and especially any energies around self-sabotage. It could be that you're recognizing that some of the habits that you have in your life, or beliefs, or patterns of behavior, there are some things that are holding you back from really and truly sharing your love and light with others. And it's this energy of connecting to source, of seeing clearly what is holding you back. And once again, it's kind of like, it's not about, getting into this energy of, I'm a horrible person or anything like that. It's this energy of, oh my goodness, I see how that pattern of behavior, or I see how my thinking has been holding me back from what it is that I truly wanted. And that's why I think you kind of, whether you realize it or not, went into this skunk spirit, kind of like putting up your wall, because you needed to eliminate any external forces upon yourself so that you could go within and really kind of recognize, okay, what is truly holding me back? Where did this come from? Why do I have this? How can I clear this out? How can I move into a more loving feeling for myself? How can I take this unpleasantness that I may have experienced in the past and turn it into a flower, turn it into something that is beautiful, turn it into something that is blooming and expansive? Because here we have the Four of Swords, going within, doing that healing, pulling back your energy a little bit, even here in January. Pulling back your energy a little bit so that you can find that respite within you, have that energy of relaxing, of listening to yourself, of listening to source. What is holding me back? Because I feel like for some of you, what is sabotaging you is, some thinking pattern or some, pattern of behavior that you're looking at for the very first time in a new way. Because you're looking at, what is the source? Where did this come from? Why do I feel this way? Because once you unlock that, then it's almost as if you can eliminate that sabotage, whatever it is, that sabotaging, pattern or thinking. A really interesting energy, because I feel like, this is all on your spiritual path. When you go in and you unlock this, it says insights that come from meditation. Yeah, it really is about calming your mind. You had the Nine of Swords underneath here. You may have had a lot of difficulty sleeping lately, but it's about, okay, during the night, I'm having a hard time calming my mind. So it's during the day, and perhaps even before you go to bed, meditating 2 or 3 times a day for a short period of time can be very helpful in order to calm your anxiety, to quiet your mind, to understanding, when we can't sleep, it's because our fears are knocking on our door, And it's like, okay, I'm going to not shove those fears down. I'm not going to shove those feelings, emotions away. What I'm going to do is take a look at them, because I realize that they're triggering me for some reason, to take a look at something that I'm either doing or some way I'm behaving or thinking that is holding me back from what it is that I truly want. Wow, really, because once you unlock that, just think about how quickly you can move forward. And, Cancer, we all have things that limiting beliefs or patterns of behavior that just hold us back from being our highest self. I feel like you're really reflecting on that. It's almost like you're not making a list of New Year's resolutions until you kind of unlock this key. We're into the second week of January, and you could be like, you know what, wait a minute. I really want to figure out what is holding me back. Why do I have the same resolutions year in and year out? Why is it I never meet that goal? What is holding me back? I don't want to just make the same list I had last year for 2022. I want a new list, or I want to be able to accomplish what it is that I put on the list every year and yet can't. You could have the same list for the last 9 years, and be just kind of like, oh my goodness, why is it the list the same every single year? It's unlocking what is really holding you back, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy of going within and understanding why or where that pattern of behavior, that thinking came from, and understanding why it's not in alignment with your highest self. And then saying, okay, I choose my highest self. I choose to align myself with my highest self. So in February, you have surrender. Yeah, this is really beautiful. In January, if you're kind of struggling with this a little bit, I encourage you to really look at it, because February, the energy changes. If you're willing to kind of like do this meditation, go within, asking yourself these difficult questions, but also allowing yourself, being gentle and compassionate with yourself, of understanding these thinking patterns, these habits didn't just show up. There's either something that you kind of, got from in childhood from your parents or society or your culture or something like that, or they are actually patterns of behavior that you have picked up in order to protect yourself. Once again, you've picked these up to protect yourself from pain, from experiencing pain through your relationships, perhaps your family relationships. So you're looking at this in a new light. When you allow yourself to do that, you're unlocking it, and you're stepping into this energy of surrendering now to this path that is truly in alignment for your highest self. It's almost, and I'm not going to say, Cancer, you haven't been on the right path. You have. Everything on your path is divinely guided. But at the same time, there's this energy of, I was trying to control. There's almost this energy of, I was trying to control my feelings or my emotions, right? I didn't want to look at what this was or where it came from. I wasn't quite yet ready to look at that. And now that you've kind of looked at it, you're understanding why you have that pattern of behavior or thinking. Then you can open yourself up, that sense of expansiveness. Wait a minute, I'm going to open myself up to seeing the world in a different way now that I understand. I've almost been holding myself back from being my true authentic self, from stepping into that energy of shining my love and light brightly for the world. Yeah, sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying, right? That's your ego kind of feeling like it's dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop, trying to control the whole universe. Yeah. It's understanding I can't control the whole universe. All I can do is control my actions and reactions, right? I only can control myself. I can only control my own happiness. I can't control everybody else's actions, reactions, or happiness. That is their job. My job is only my own happiness. And when you step into this energy, for some of you, you may have had patterns of behavior that really were there in order to keep other people in your family or your life happy, right? But now you're recognizing, wait a minute, okay, that's a pattern of behavior that is maybe perhaps trying to make other people happy, which we know never really truly works, right? But it's not keeping me happy. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm stepping back into this energy of realizing I'm going to make choices that are in alignment with my own happiness. And I don't have to worry about trying to make everyone else happy. Yes. And then look, you're stepping out of your mask. You're understanding, okay, I may have been putting on a mask where I was pretending to be super happy, but I really wasn't. And why is that? Why am I not happy? Why do I have the same resolutions every year? Why is it I can't move beyond this? And you're recognizing, okay, now I know why. I'm taking a look at it, and I no longer have to put on this happy face day in and day out. Instead, I can step into my truth, right? My true authentic self, and I will naturally fall into that joyful, fulfilled energy. I will naturally be happy and healthy and joyful every day when I'm my true authentic self. When I'm not trying to pretend I'm happy, I truly am happy. Oh my gosh, that is like so amazing. And then you have the King of Pentacles here, compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded. A time of great success, financial security, and prosperity. So I feel like, the King of Pentacles is also that energy of, the head of the household, stepping into that energy of understanding, okay, I have it all. In the past, you may have been pretending that you had it all. Now you're stepping into this energy of, no, I do have it all. Because now I'm going to be my true authentic self. Once I'm my true authentic self, everything falls into place. It is amazing just how I feel this true sense where everything is going to fall into place for you. Oh my gosh. And then the Tower drops out while I'm shuffling. It's almost like this epiphany. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I've been sabotaging myself this whole time by wearing this mask and pretending I was happy. Now, the key is just to be my authentic self, to not worry about how other people react or if it's going to make them happy. The truth is, what you're doing is stepping into your own happiness. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at this. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, I feel like you're also stepping into a true soulmate alignment. Somebody that, this is the, epitome of the perfect couple, right? The King and Queen of Pentacles are both business savvy. They take good care of themselves. They take good care of the people around them. They're very nurturing, very loving, very home and hearth, very focused on family, very grounded energy. Look at this. Out of the blue. It's when you step into your true self, your true happiness. This is truly where I want to go. This is who I am. And no longer wear that mask. Look at this. You have the Temperance, the Star, and the Tower. It's almost like instant healing. It balances everything out for you. It's almost like you get this clarity about what the world is really all about, what your journey is here, what your spiritual gifts are, and how your path of healing, because you're coming to a point where you are truly healed with the Star card. The Star is also all of your wishes being granted, and the Temperance, it's taken a long time. You've had to go back and forth, the tweaking, this whole thing. But it's almost as if you're writing, once again, you're writing down your New Year's resolutions and going, these are the same ones. I've got to figure this out. I'm not doing this another year. It's almost that energy where you almost, I don't want to say you get mad at yourself, but it's like you're frustrated with yourself. It's kind of like, why do I have to do this year in and year out? This year is different. And this is the year of the Chariot. 2023 reduces to the number 7, which is the Chariot, which is your sign in Tarot. So it's kind of like you step into this energy of, wait a minute, this is my year. This year is going to be different. I am not following that same pattern. I'm figuring this out. I'm looking at this and saying to myself, where did this come from? Why do I feel this way? Where did I get this pattern of thinking or behavior? It's got to go because I've got to make this change. Oh my goodness. And then look at this. Yeah, in March, you have the Hermit, time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. In other words, I don't think you're going back into this Hermit energy. Instead, what you're doing is you're shining your light. You see? The Hermit has that lantern there. You're shining your light because you have gone through this journey. You're stepping into this energy of understanding, whoa, wait a minute. I have gained some true wisdom here. I have gained some true healing because I went on this journey. Now I want to share it with others. It's interesting too because Pluto moves into Aquarius in early March. This is a very expansive time that we're getting ready to go in. I feel like this is all leading you up to stepping into your spiritual gifts, of giving them out into the world and then being compensated for it. Happy success. Understanding that when you are sharing your spiritual gifts, sharing your love and light in a loving way to the world, that you will be provided for in an abundant way through financial success or, a sense of fulfillment, the material things that you are looking for, because remember, you have the Star card. Your wishes are being granted. When we step into our spiritual gifts and share them with the world with love, with true love, right? Not for, I just want to go make money, but for true love, then the success does follow. Because we're not meant to be paupers here. We are meant to be able to experience all that we want to experience while we are here, including financial success or, the material things that you are looking for. So I love this energy because it's almost like you get this instant overnight success, but it really isn't instant. Okay, because you have been working for a very long time to get to this point. It's kind of like, the person that wins, like one of those shows, The Voice or something like that, or somebody that becomes a music star overnight. They didn't really become a music star overnight. They worked for years on their gift, right? They wrote songs. They played the guitar. They played in little dives that nobody ever went and saw them. They put out demos. They put themselves through so much in order to get their talents out there. You have done that, Cancer. You have done the work, and now here it is. You may feel like, oh my goodness, I'm getting this instant success or this instant windfall or this instant healing or wisdom, but it really isn't instant when you think about it. You've been on this journey for a very long time. So let's see, signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. I think what you're stepping into is also this energy of being able to see the signs around you, right? And to be able to read them because you're becoming more intuitive. You're a water sign, so you are intuitive. But it's also about stepping into the energy of unlocking, perhaps, some of that ability to truly, communicate with your own spirit guides, your angels, with Source in a direct way. Wow. And then, oh my goodness, look, they're showing me, the lotus flower there, and then the skunk is on a flower, like the lotus flower. Like you had literally gone from the skunk to this, truly spiritual, wise person. Wow. It's just really an incredible energy there. All right, so let's clarify this. And then, yeah, the lovers, justice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then, you have the magician on the bottom. So I feel like you've gone through a lot. It's almost, the Five of Swords is a sense of battle. You've had to battle a lot. You've gone through a relationship situations in your life that has seemed like a battle. And that's why I feel like you kind of, put your walls up for a little bit. It was kind of like, okay, that's it. You may have just even said, I'm not getting together with my family this holiday. I just can't do it. You could have just shut yourself up for the last, 4 or 5 weeks, maybe some of you 4 or 5 months, in order to kind of like to get to the bottom of this. And I feel in January, you unlock that key. February, you step into surrendering, almost seeing the world in a different way. And then in March, you start sharing your love and light with a love, right, out into the world, and the generosity of the universe comes back pouring onto you. Because remember, you have rainbow blessings. Beautiful. Yeah. So there is a sense that you have kind of found the happy balance of how to balance your heart and your head, right? To not allow your fears to completely run away with you. And, to not allow your emotions to overpower your actions, to understand that there is a true balance, but that you're choosing now to go in the line of your happiness, not worrying so much about trying to make other people happy, manifesting what it is that you truly want for yourself. Well, this is just beautiful, Cancer. All right, so I'm going to pull a soul truth card for you. And Cancer, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, how can I deepen my trust right now? Beautiful energy. Trust, surrender. Okay, just want to bring this back up. You had surrendered for February. It is about surrendering to this, right? Let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Yeah. Sometimes what happens is that when we have been hurt, we put up those walls because we feel like we can't trust others. A lot of times we feel like we can't even trust ourselves with others. Okay, so if you felt like that, especially maybe with the holidays coming up and you were like, yeah, I can't even trust myself, trust my emotions, right? Trust my heart when I am around my family. I think that this message may speak to you. It's kind of like, okay, so why is that? Where is that going? It's not about, okay, what your family or other people are doing. It's really about how am I showing up in the world? How am I, holding myself back with the Seven of Swords? How am I holding myself back? Not sharing my love and light truly and authentically. How am I hiding? Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. Now I'm stepping into my truth. And when you step into your truth, the success follows. You manifest whatever it is that you are truly searching for. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. I really do appreciate you so much and your support through liking, commenting, or sharing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.